everywhere. We have to check all the places you go, so it takes a long time. But now we're getting into the half here. It's going to be Cloud9, NiP, the quarterfinals here at ESL 1 in Cologne at Gamescom. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. You are right on time to see who's going to be going on to the semi-finals in the lower part of this bracket and who's going to be going home and finishing not in the place that they came looking for. The last hope of the North Americans here. I hope you guys in America are tuning in to support your team here because they do need the help. And the second to last Swedish hope, they're still Fnatic in the upper bracket somewhere. We'll see. Cloud9, do they have what it takes? Have they done the homework? Or do they just have the raw skill to pull it through anyway? Set up very much like how I imagined it. A lot of emphasis on mid and B and not so much on A. Flashbang going down into what we sometimes call Skyfall here, and nothing getting overrun, but Hiko doesn't care. Picks up 2 great kills, drops Exist and Get Right. They have taken control of the middle here in NiP, and Cloud9 trying to see if they can readjust. Freiburg gets backstabbed. Hiko, really decisive decision. Gonna come and look for them, and Sean Gares, he's gonna go down. Fuflaren looking for the kill, taking a long time, 2 more time, and it's gonna be Hiko picking up the kill. Forest now 1-on-2. He has time to find them, but they control the bomb, and Shroud clean headshot. Hiko with a quad kill and a start for Cloud9.
Another smile from Shroud. That was a great setup, great defense there from the players on Cloud9. We saw 3 players over that connector area just locking down that, I call it, drop zone.
Drop zone?
Drop zone.
Just like the movie.
Is there a movie called Drop Zone? Because there's a movie called Skyfall.
There's definitely a movie. I think Drop Zone is with Wesley Snipes, I want to say.
Oh.
I could be wrong on that. All right, well, someone will go and Google it for us and figure it out. Tweet at us.
Oh, actually, I think you're...
Look at this story. Sean is going to be actually taken down. He had him at 7. It seemed like it would have been perfect. Forrest catches Shroud jumping down there, and he's actually going to be very low on health. NiP rushing into the bomb site here, but they're not actually near the bomb. So now they are with the bomb down there towards the statue. So this is a huge success for NiP, managing to pick it up. Fuflaren will go down, but they got the kill, and they got the bomb plant. Making it work. A little bit of hesitation there as nothing shuffles, but it's going to be all right.
I think he was trying to pick up the CC, but he kept defusing the bomb instead. Or not? Wasn't he just drop his gun? Anyways, 2-0.
Trying to understand why nothing sometimes does what he does. It's a really, really hard task, so I'm not sure I'll spare you having to elaborate on that. 3rd round coming up, and a little bit of a single armor buy coming out from Get Right. I guess he had the money for it.
Yeah, I mean, when you get the bomb plants, you can afford it. They all had enough money to buy this round, actually, but they did rather go for smokes and flashes as opposed to a force buy.
Shroud in the back of the site here. M4, really good range for it as well. NiP should have some trouble taking him down, and he's using this statue really well, but still going to get dropped, and Gerai will pick up one as well. There's an AUG on Sean Gares, and he's making it work. Very unusual rifle to be picked up here in competitive play, but at this range, maybe it's worked. Maybe he's figured something out about this map. It's going to be a quick triple. They will get the bomb plant down once again, so NiP doing a fine job. Freiburg takes down Sean Gares, and now they've given up a scoped rifle at the back of the site. This would be a huge upset if NiP can come in here and win the round, and they still have Get Right as well with the FAMAS. Are they going to figure out where he is? Not quick enough. Hiko shooting in, panic. Get Right does go down, and now Freiburg versus Semphis, and Freiburg should just hide. Semphis, I mean, there's so many angles to check here. He's going to be jumping down. Freiburg picks up the kill, and it's going to be a double. What a turnaround. Even steals the AWP. He even does that.
And as I was saying at the beginning of the round, actually, NiP could have bought that round. They had enough money to force buy, but they opted to just get CZs. I mean, Get Right got armor, they got smokes and flashes. They got straight into B. They got the kills on the B players. I mean, Freiburg at the end of the round there, we call that on, my teammates called it steal spot because that's where I play at B. So once he got into that spot, I mean, you can't lose. I don't know how Sean died. It's such a good, crucial position to be in.
Yeah, because you see their feet and they don't see anything of you until they move up at almost chest range.
Yeah. It's just a god spot.
Maybe that could be the name for it.
It could be god spot.
Steel spot is almost the same thing?
It's essentially the same thing.
I appreciate that, Steel. Hiko waiting at the top of ladder here, and in a pretty defensive setup. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of... Oh, Forest. I'm definitely a big fan of Forest when he gets a shot like that on Semphis. I was going to say I'm not such a big fan of Hiko's position, but if they come look for him, it might be great.
Yeah, we see other players doing it. I know JW was doing that against us. A lot of players do opt for it. I mean, generally speaking, you don't really look up there, so you're going to get a nice surprise on some players. So it's a great spot to backstab from. You can also hear rotations coming in through the connector there. But Cloud9's got a decent read on this round, actually, and looks like NiP is about to battle out against them right now.
Gerard playing a dangerous game right here. Is he going to be able to pick up anything for it? They're pushing in to the bomb side in the meantime. There's one guy holding inside. NiP playing carefully, but they're close to the clock right now. 15 seconds. Shroud will pick up the kill on Get Right all the way around the middle, but that's the opening. Sean goes down. There should be a bomb plant unless they can stop it here. Nothing dies inside the bomb site. 7 seconds left, 6 seconds. Bomb goes down, and Shroud is alone. 1 on 2, and he's been playing so well, Shroud. He's had, I think, the best tournament of his whole life, and he's got a double kill already, but now they're asking him for a quad kill and a bomb defuse here. Not an easy situation, especially not with this kind of crossfire setup. Forest already with the double, and Shroud easy pickings here as Forest gets the triple, and that will be 2-2. NiP equalize on the terrorist side of this half.
And Cloud9's actually going to have to eco here, and possibly even the next if they want to save up for ops or auto snipers. So it looks like NiP's going to get a nice, healthy lead. They're going to get a 3rd round here, most likely a 4th round, probably in the pocket right after.
And would you recommend would you want them to save? It's throwing away a lot of rifles on the side where you're supposed to be winning the majority of the rounds. Would you go for those auto snipers?
It depends on how your setup is. I mean, you could do a style of setup where you're playing heavy on the drop zone, you're playing heavy close to B main, and you're playing like heavy connector side, so you can do a quick rotate A. But I mean, it's so crucial having even that one op, just watching middle from connector, watching across middle at A. But that's a great boost from Shroud, getting that early pick off onto 5th Lauren. As we see already, Exist is down to low health, so Cloud9 actually might be able to turn this round around.
Yeah, really cheeky boost coming out there, and that works so well. Exist gets a grenade on him. It might be the end, but oh, a return grenade instead as Forest gets a quick double, but it's not over yet. Exist and Freiburg are low enough that this could be turned into a 2-on-3 almost instantly. Forest going to peek out here. Can't see a thing because of the smoke. If they can get back here, put the bomb down and get into good positions, and Semphis, a golden shot comes out. Forest is down, and we're in a 3-on-3. The bomb will be planted, and Get Right's back here as well. He's the one who has the health. Exist does spray down Semphis. They don't check the corner, unfortunately, here. Exist goes down, 2-on-2. It isn't quite over yet. Get Right. I think he might be the guy they have to rely on here. Hiko's not sure if they're being backstabbed either because the Get Right's alive, so he wants to check. But now it's a 1-on-2. Sean should run away with this AWP. It'd be really good save if they can do it. They already done a lot of damage, so just run away and save it, and Sean does the sensible thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's next to impossible to win, especially with Freiburg in that god spot over there. But I mean, that was a nuts headshot onto Forest. Where Forest is playing, that area, my team calls A-team. That position there, on when you have guns and the enemy doesn't, they have like pistols. I mean, there you should be racking up all these kills of players just running through the connector, running through that drop zone and by that E-box area. I mean, it's a great way to pick off players, but Forrest just got one shot, and that almost turned the tides of the battle because we saw Exist was low HP, and I believe it was Get Right?
Get Right's 100.
Okay, someone else, 5th Lauren, had like really low HP. And I mean, right there, like, even though there's, you know, it's a 3-on-3 or whatever, or a 4-on-3 at that point. It was the 3-on-3 after Forest died. It's still a winnable situation for Cloud9 because one bullet, even across the map, is going to get that kill. Exactly.
That would have been so dangerous. And Exist actually managed to get a kill before he went down, so that's really important. Nothing is going to take down Get Right. Sean over here on the long way around is not going to get the kill, but does fall back to safety. That's one of the cool things about going in this hallway is that you get so many chances to just take a new angle and a new angle and a new angle. Exist goes down. Hiko with the kill. Forest with a really good and important return by now because it is a 4-on-3. Still plenty of time here for NiP, but look at the rotation from Cloud9. Wow. Yeah. They're committing to it.
It's a heavy rotation, but I mean, Forest has got like half the rotation cut off. If Freiburg's able to take control of this area with 5th Lauren, and they're able to sneak their way into the site, I mean, they might be able to do some damage.
That's What's the smoke?
Probably towards connector, so if I'd guess.
Yeah, you're right indeed. Freiburg doing his homework here, studying the map, realizing that that can be done, and that actually allows Forrest to get into a different position, cover somewhere else. Freiburg with a huge pick off here. He's going to get taken down by Sean right afterwards, but might open up the map a little bit for them anyway. So 2-1-3, 23 seconds. That clock is ticking down. Really good grenade, does some damage, softens him up, but he's now alone. Fiflaren here, and they do line up, but it's not enough. That could have been a sick double kill. 3-3 as Cloud9 equalize in reverse, and that's obviously good news. We do expect them to pick up the majority of the rounds here.
Yeah, and I mean, that was still a nice attempt by NiP. They were a man down at that point. Forrest got into that area by the ladder. I've seen JW play there, so I'm just going to call that JW spot. And he basically could see into the rotation to CT spawn, but the Cloud9 members were playing doubled up in the site passively, and NiP couldn't really, even though they smoked off the connector, the sniper's nest was open, the bomb site, I mean, Cloud9 was hiding 2 members in there. It was just Cloud9 just read the attack from NiP and stacked it perfectly.
Sean almost got caught rotating back to the guard spot there. That could have been dreadful if he had gone down initially. He does go down anyway. I have no idea how. Forrest with the pick. Fixist opens up the bomb site, and Freiburg finishes it off. That's now 3 kills for NiP. Cloud9 gonna get backstabbed here as well. Get right looking in the drop zone. Takes down Semphis, and Shroud, the Lone Ranger, facing up against Get Right. He's going to get the 1 kill, but it is nowhere near enough, and they should go hunt for him here. They must realize Cloud9 is very nearly completely broke. Shroud will pick up some very important kills here, but I want him to run.
I think he's scared of moving because the NiP members were just basically on his tail, and I mean, with such long battles...
They're merciless. They're going for him. Yeah. They'll take him. They sacrificed 3 people to take the 1 orb. Is it worth it?
We will only know if we can look at the money. Yes, it was 100%. 100%. 1,000%. Over 9,000% worth it.
Over 9,000.
Over 9,000% worth it. Now Cloud9 is forced to an eco. They don't have an op. That op could have been like game-changing. But because NiP chased him down, I mean, he can't even run anywhere. Where's he going to be? It's all just long range. He's just running through these giant angles.
Oh, NiP almost getting caught here. CZ75 train certainly sounds very scary, but the smoke is up now, and some grenades rain through to soften up and actually just outright kill nothing as he almost walks into that Claymore mine. It's going to be Exist down to 30 points of health, and NiP managing to, if they had kept rushing and they had ran right into all those C-sets, you never really know what the outcome is going to be.
No, it's a coin flip on those types of rounds, honestly. I mean, NiP, they had the smokes, they had the flashes. If they jumped through it, maybe they could have gone a surprise attack on Cloud9, but CZ's at that angle, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want to be jumping out at them.
It's not worth it, right? It's just not worth it.
Much better to sit back and kind of go for the long-range pickoffs on this map, especially on this map. But they could walk out. They could throw a smoke that blocks off the right side there as NiP comes out, and then they can run across towards A-team just past Broken Wall and go for the long-range battles again, just from like a better vantage point over at the B-bomb site.
Semphis hiding the smoke, gonna get the timing really well. That could have been so sick, but Exist was waiting from behind. Otherwise, there would have been a god-tier play from Semphis. Hiko with a really important pick-off, but it's not enough here. Fiflaren and Freiburg coming in with a bunch of kills, and Sean Guest from the drop zone almost takes down Exist. It's so close, but the kill is gonna be denied, and now he's being backstabbed, and he will go down. I mean, Cloud9 are really dangerous. Look how much damage they do in this round. Even though they're long range, they have far inferior rifle or pistols, and still they come close. But 5-3, NiP so far have the makings of a really good first half.
Yeah, and we see Cloud9 actually. They were at $3,400, $3,800. Semphis had $4,750 or $4,800. Instantly, like, no hesitation. He just spawned, and an op was on his back already. So Cloud9 really want to get this round. They want to maximize the amount of rounds that they actually have guns, the amount of rounds that they actually have a chance at.
And also an AUG on Sean Gans. So in case anyone was wondering if it was a misbuy or anything like that, now definitely decisively not. There's no body armor on 2 of them. They've actually sacrificed body armor to get scopes. That says something about how much they value it on this map. Yeah. And that's what you started off talking about here. Is actually the exact same thing. So they certainly do agree with it. 9 rounds into this first half of the 3rd map, and we'll see if this risk as it is going to pay off.
I mean, Sean at this moment, like, he's against AKs at this moment. If he goes to that god spot that we were talking about earlier with that AUG, I mean, they're not even going to be able to shoot him in the chest. It's going to be just headshot angles only. And then Semphis over with an op. I mean, you're taking that op battle. You're probably not going to get one shot by a rifle. If anything, you're going to go toe-to-toe with an opper. But we saw Forrest actually missing a shot there. That would have been crucial. But, I mean, NiP still 4 versus 5.
Yeah, maybe almost a free kill happening there, so that's crucial. Great flashbang in the back here, but I don't think they realize where nothing is, and that's going to cost them dearly. Sean gets a kill, nothing does go down. Sean picking up, and Forrest, this time he doesn't miss. Not the first, not the second shot. He's going to go for a third one here, jumping down, he misses it. CSAT 75, get right, comes to the rescue, but it's still a 1-on-2, and it's going to be Shroud and Semphis to defend the bomb site. Very close, but it's a teammate picked up by Cloud9, every single one chiming in. So risk and reward.
Yep. And actually, we saw a great setup there. We saw nothing hiding in the A team, just kind of waiting. He was completely blind, but what happened was that GetRoy was pushing out, and then Hiko made noise. He started shooting his weapon. He drew all the attention towards him, and then nothing was able to come out from the side and shoot GetRoy in the back. And that was a great play, just bouncing off to your teammates, just using their presence, just their presence alone, just to bait them out and then get a kill in the back.
I feel like there's something else that really was important that round is that they actually stole Forrest AWP, so now they have a double up setup, but wow, what a quick move in here. Fuflaren with the kill, grenade to follow, boom, and Semphis is gone. It actually did take Freiburg with a headshot there, and Semphis took 2 people with him, so that's pretty impressive in itself, but they have a position where they could put down the bomb here. Cloud9 gonna have to retake and get right. Always with these positions. Waiting right here, Shroud's gonna be walking in, the lurking. This is what he is known for, and considering how badly Gerard's been playing for the last couple of months, this is like a personal comeback for him in itself in this tournament. Oh. Freiburg goes down. It's like a nice shot from Sean Guess. It's a 2-on-2. That bomb ticking, but is it ticking far enough? Hiko does have the kit. Gerard's coming up from behind. Fuflaren hiding right here in the corner, and he gets the kill now. 2-on-1 for Sean Guess, and he can't even escape. He's going to have to commit to this, otherwise he's going to go down. And Fuflaren, 1, 2, and 3. He wins the round with a triple, and it's going to be another one for NiP. 6-4. Fuflaren right now at a pretty, well, he's actually just a 4 kills, but there's been some really important ones. Forrest top fragging at 13.
And Cloud9's got no money. Even next round, they won't even be able to afford ops. This is just a really grim situation for them. There's not much that they can do, and I mean, NiP, they ran the same strat twice. They ran it on an eco, and then they ran it on a gun round. They just get straight into B, they throw the flashes across, and they run out with the flashes across the broken wall towards A team. They got the nice early pickoff. They naded down Semphis, who was able to actually get 2 nice op kills, but we're going to see an aggressive push here from Cloud9, pushing straight in, but I mean, it's not going to do anything. There's too many hiding spots in this area for NiP to just hide behind, and Get Right and Forrest are just taking their turns picking off Cloud9 members, and I mean, at this point,
yeah, at this point, Cloud9 are really starting to feel the pressure of playing on a map that they don't quite know the angles. They maybe quite don't know what rotations to make at the right time, and they're getting caught up by some flashbangs that NiP maybe have practiced towards B here. I mean,
actually, something I saw the round before, when Sean had that op coming through the connector looking towards the God spot, he was able to actually perfectly peek Freiburg. That was a great angle. I personally didn't even know about that angle. So there was a certain amount of preparation that went into this from Cloud9, at least on an individual level, if not a team level.
Grenade to finish it off, and it is a flawless round for NiP. Forrest and Get Right doing the majority of the work here, just like it used to be, but hasn't been for a while. That duo is definitely, if that comes back, then NiP in this tournament are all of a sudden a very, very different contender.
Oh, for sure.
Now, I'm gonna have to ask you, how can they change this Cloud9? They've been playing passively and defensively.
Yep.
On a lot of other maps, counter-terrorist aggression is actually a thing, and Cloud9 haven't tried it. Would you risk it at this point?
No, you don't want to do it on this map, period. I mean, there's just so much of an advantage just from playing passively that this is the best reaction they could do.
All stacking up. Sean will get the opening frag. The flashbang fails. This time NiP don't get in. They're smoked off. So the reaction does happen, and that's a great shot through the smoke. Sean with the kill. Fuflaren goes with the shot there on Semphis, and we'll take him down. The Molotov not going to burn anyone from Cloud9. Now, the mid is a bit compromised, but Freiburg goes down. Cloud9, they're tired of losing rounds, and they're doing what they can to bring it back at this moment. Fuflaren, 28 points of health, is going to be running and making a lot of noise, and they're going to find him. Hiko with the kill. Exist alone. The Swedish captain here looking to see if he can take more rifles away from Cloud9 at the very least. Definitely be smart, but he can't. Nothing will take him down. Still, they have the option of going for timeouts here.
Yeah.
Is it time for either of those teams to do it, or do we wait till the second half?
At this point, I mean, that was the reaction that Cloud9 needed. They knew they didn't have the ops. They couldn't take the long-range battles. They did a B stack. NiP was doing the heavy B hits and collecting rounds. Once, I mean, Cloud9 stopped that B rush, boom, NiP has to do something else. They have to go into a different style of play. They need to kind of be like, all right, that's not going to work. Let's do something else instead. I'm sure they've got other things in there. What?
The CT aggression.
CT aggression.
Heavily not advised by you, but Sean does pick up the kill here. Forest takes down Shroud in the meantime, and they've also lost Hiko, and I guess the kill falls back. I guess it's kind of okay.
Now it's just too hard. Like, if NiP, I don't know.
What I'm wondering is, let's say NiP had been going for a similar B push like they did, would Sean have been fast enough behind them to do that?
I'm not sure. I think GetRight would have been in a position to stop him from doing anything too damaging. I mean, GetRight's looking at all positions whenever he's watching the lurk. Like, you can't lurk GetRight unless you're like, I don't know, Hiko or Swag.
Can't lurk a lurker?
You can't lurk a lurker. Well, you can't lurk the best lurker. You can't out-lurk GetRight.
All
it
right.
doesn't happen unless you're Hiko.
A lesson for everyone here. Forest misses a shot, Freiburg does not, and now it's a 2-1-4. You're right, they might not have enough here. They're both in the bomb site, but is it going to stop them? Semphis misses one, gets Freiburg, keeps spraying here. Forest playing a dangerous game, and he comes out on top. Nothing has to be huge here.
Nothing has a really uphill battle, but
he's going to drop one. 24 seconds. There's a quick, insanely quick double. And this might be the round where Nothing steps it up and puts Cloud9 back in the game. He's looking for the kill. Clock's ticking away. And Nothing, he's playing this smartly. He's using it against GetRight. 10 seconds, Nothing comes up. He gets the kill. A triple. And Nothing. The reaction, he's not even, like, really not like Nothing. Normally, we'd seen him jumping up like that,
yeah.
But he keeps it cool. Is that a good sign or a bad sign?
I would say it's a bad sign, actually. It means that they're feeling pressured. Like, when Nothing's winning and he's having a good time and he's keeping the team spirits up, he's jumping up and down, he's like giving everyone props and hugs and everything. That's the Nothing that you need. When Nothing's not celebrating, you know they're feeling the pressure.
Shroud's not smiling any longer either.
No, he's not. But that was great play by Cloud9. That's something similar that you can see on Nuke, for example. You put a person in the toxic side lower, and then you still have two people, like one person vents, one person somewhere else. And then they kill the lower players, like, oh, it's all clear. And then boom, out of toxic comes the last player. No one expects him, kills everyone from the sides. That's exactly what happened there with Nothing. That was a great read by Cloud9, just stacking that site, and great patience from Nothing, just waiting until the bomb was getting planted, come out, get the nice kills. Nothing actually getting another kill onto GetRight here. Although it is a NiP eco, they're ecoing for the last round, trying to get those big weapons, but I mean, still 7-7?
I mean, we don't know, and I'm not sure Cloud9, I'm not sure anyone knows how many rounds you need on the CT side. So if you're in that position, why not just try and get as many as you can? Exist with a really good pick-off on Hiko here. Forest waiting, hesitating, gonna not get the kill. Sean picks him up. Incredibly close. Exist will go down to Shroud. That looked like that could have been a much better round, but the bomb is down at the very least, so NiP are going to have a much bigger chance of getting these rifles in. But that was very scary.
Honestly, I might have gone for a knife if I was in Forest position. You're guaranteed a one-hit kill. You get the $1,500 so you can get like ops the next round. It's humiliating, but it's guaranteed a kill. Like the Glock, you just need to just start blasting them in the head. The knife, boom, dead. I don't know.
Now,
it's still an eco, it's still a huge damage. They almost won the round, but...
Normally I would counsel quite heavily against the knife kill, but just because this match is so intense, I mean, yeah, the money is one thing and the short kill, but I actually think the psychological advantage might be slightly more important here.
You think demotivation?
Yeah. And you know, people say it's bad manner and everything. I have no appreciation for that argument. I think if you're trying to win, you do everything you can to win. But we'll have to see here. 15th round is coming up. Auto Sniper picked up on Sean Gaz and going back towards what we've now decided the God spot here. And there's nothing but AKs on NiP, but that seems to have been working so far. Score 7-7 here. Completely tied for the first half, and we're just one round away from going to the second half. And Cloud9 have definitely identified that this B bomb site is the weak spot. They're stacking up on it now, leaving A kind of vulnerable, but they can get back into it if they need to.
Yeah, I mean, when you're kind of playing close connector by that drop zone area, you have quick rotations to both the bomb sites. So you can play a little bit more relaxed over at A. If you have a strong player who's good at communicating, good at just vocalizing, hey, the enemy's coming to me, they're close, I need help in this fashion, then I mean, you can risk it in that sense. But we are going to see what GetRight is able to do here at the drop zone. He's already made his presence known.
Yeah.
But I don't think Cloud9 knows what the rest of the team's doing because they are shifting towards GetRight at the moment, actually.
Yeah. Oh, Forrest running in, not checking the angle, and he goes down to Semphis. A big mistake there, assuming no one was there. GetRight does pick up the kill on nothing. Grenade to follow. Whoa, it's going to catch him. Shroud, touchdown, and now Exist is in alone here. The last round of the half has the bomb, and they are a little bit away. He can pick it up, but once it's down, he can't go anywhere. He's locked in here. They do have a couple of flashbangs, and also Sniper and an M4. Exist is going to have to go larger than he's ever gone before here to win this round. Looking for the headshot on Shroud, and he's not going to get it. Shroud will instantly drop him, and that's going to be 8-7 in favor of Cloud9.
I don't know if you noticed that, actually. At the end of that round, before Semphis died, he actually whipped out his pistol. Exist was shooting him in the back. Semphis whipped around and got a headshot for 53 damage.
Wow. I did not catch that.
If Semphis didn't get that shot, Exist would have had full health. He probably would have had the full confidence as well going into that clutch. But being a little bit chipped away on health, I mean, that's one shot from the auto sniper, he's dead. A couple of shots from the M4, he's dead. So I think, I mean, Semphis, even as he's about to die, whips around, gets that one shot.
That bomb site, though, is actually a really unforgiving one if you're alone and you don't have time to move somewhere else.
Yeah.
I guess if somehow the other two members are all the way at the back of the B bomb site when you put the bomb down, if it's a massive fake, you could have time to rotate and then it'd be great. But if they're really close by, where are you gonna go? It's almost worse than the B bomb site of Cash.
Well, you need to take the aim battles. It's 100% given. You need to just kind of pick them off while they're coming through connector, while they're coming through the sniper's nest. If Exist was able to get that kill on Shroud, I think he would have had like such an easier time actually killing Sean Gears at the end there, because you can actually jump on the ledge and then jump, like peek over the roof or jump on the roof of that little hut thing that's on the A-bomb site. So I mean, it's similar to Cash where you can jump on the red bin there over at the A-bomb site. You can still dance around it, you can jump on it. So it would be clutching in a similar respect as that as well. You can jump over the broken wall, you can play ring around them Rosie. So if Exist had made that shot onto Shroud, like he would have had a chance, but Shroud just got that nice one shot onto Exist, and then they were able to pick up that 8th round. Well, we're going into the second half very soon here. Great signs, guys. Easy skins, easy life, also a bit of an NiP mouse mad there. These people have been with us all day here at Gamescom, so it's absolutely amazing. You guys at home too. Can we get a bit of cheer here for the second half that's coming up now, ladies and gentlemen? There it is. Spam Kappa.
In the chat, let's see if you guys can raise that Kappa per minute count. This German audience is getting better and better day by day, and we're only at the quarterfinals tomorrow, guys. It's semis and grand, and we're gonna have to find out which of these two teams is gonna make it. We do have Dignitas through. We do have LDLC through as well. It's getting scary. Fnatic all the way in the top. We need one more team.
By power? I'm kidding.
If they both get disqualified, maybe?
Ooh, I'm down.
All right, we'll see if we can arrange for that, but I doubt it. GetRight going full cowboy, gonna pick up 2 guns here, because obviously 2 must be twice as good as 1. That is just basic maths and science for you guys. 16th round is coming up here, and Cloud9 now supposedly on the less favored side, but it depends heavily on how good NiP are at holding here. When they played Epsilon, they definitely weren't, but they say they've been practicing. They say they felt confident going into this map, so we'll see if it is going to be working out. Forrest will be holding this A bomb site, and they're in the middle of everything. He has no cover here. If he gets caught, that might just be it. Flashbang rain in. Forrest moves into cover in the last second and spots a couple of people, and an instant headshot goes for a second one. Forrest, this is a nice start to a pistol round. They're chasing him, and he's going to try and punish them. Almost takes down Semphis. Very close here. Flaren in the back goes down. That's nothing with the kill, and GetRight ready, getting mentally prepared, but he's lost his whole team in the meantime. It's a 1-on-4. And not sure even GetRight can do this. Takes down Hiko first. Still has a little bit of HP left. The bomb is down now. He is gearing up for it. But how could he possibly check all these angles? I mean, he's really trying. But if they all peek him at the same time, what on earth is he going to do? He doesn't have a kit picked up either, so time is very limited. And he's going to run. No. Oh. Okay, goes for the retake. Is this real life? GetRight shooting through that wall. You can actually spam through, but he's not going to be connecting with Shroud, and the bomb is already so far ticked. Oh, it's a really good shot, but it's too late. He's just going to make them blow up here. in case they have any armor or anything left. And actually, they will survive. All right, yep. Semphis survives that round.
Big map. And I actually really enjoyed what Cloud9 did there. What they did is they put armor on a few of their players, especially Nothing, and then Nothing was going through the halls as a point man, and instead of just running through, he was actually jumping every corner. So anytime, like if NiP was pushed up in any aggressive positions there, with a USP, I mean, it's so difficult to hit a person jumping around the map. And if you shoot him in the chest, I mean, he's got armor. It's actually doing like next to no damage. You're just basically giving your position away. And then Cloud9 was going to just mow you down. So Forrest there, and basically just by himself, NiP overplaying the connector, overplaying the B bomb site, and they weren't able to pick up any rounds. So Cloud9 is going to have this advantage going to the second half. But we are going to see the double scout buy here from Forrest and GetRight.
Yeah, so a bit of a twist to NiP. And I think as soon as Forrest went down, actually the full focus was on Fiflaren at the backer side. I think if Forrest had stayed alive, they would have been really stopping down Cloud9. I think that would have been a big difference that last round. But it doesn't work out that way. And see if these scouts can make a big difference. We've seen it work and we've seen it fail. So we've seen a little bit of everything here when it comes to these scout buys. But on this map, it seems actually like a pretty reasonable choice.
Yeah, it depends on what your position is. So like if you play a scout over at A, a scout over at B, and then like lock 3 people in the connector by the drop zone with like CZs, for example, I mean, it could play off really well. If we have a scout looking from connector down to this window room, I mean, we're able to pick off kills. We see Forrest got the assist on that kill, and Fiflaren almost got a second kill, but Forrest is in a great position to actually pick up that kill. He's getting to the back of A site here, and I mean, once he's in this position, he can jump over, just peek over the roof by getting jumping shots.
I'm going to ask you a question after this round, but now we're going to be waiting here. Forrest looking for the kill, doesn't get it here. That would have been an instant death. GetRight realizing someone's behind him. He's going to go down, though. Hiko with a really important backstab here. It's not over yet. Nothing will pick up one more, and I don't think NiP can actually seal this round. It looked so good. Just a few seconds left here. 7, 6 left. Freiberg goes for the kill. He's going to pick it up. If Just Exist survives, he's going to win the round. There's no time. Oh, my God, Freiberg, are you kidding me? They win the round because of it.
That is brilliant play by Freiberg. That was that's Spawn 1.6 style. That was great play.
Except it worked.
Except it worked.
Yes.
He let them right by. No time left on the clock. He killed the planner. No time exists. He knew to hide. Freiberg said, don't peek, don't peek. They can't win. Bombs down. Boom. They won the round. Great play by NiP. Not only is that a round in their pocket, but that's devastating for Cloud9. If you're Cloud9, you're demoralized after that. You had the advantage. NiP was on Eco. You had the man advantage. You had the bomb site. You just didn't check the corner.
I'm almost speechless.
Almost.
That was a historic throwback to Spawn's attempted at an indie defuse that did not work out back in the day, and it was on Cobble as well. Yeah. Exact same map, but for Freiberg, kind of almost a reverse ninja. He actually stops the bomb plant with just 4 seconds left, and now Cloud9 are angry here. They're chasing down Fiflaren if they can. He's got the AWP, he misses the shot, he just keeps falling back here. And he needs backup pretty quickly. They're actually all hunting him. This is a really weird ring around the rosy, trying to see if they can catch Fiflaren. He picks up the 1 kill, turns his back, actually turns back again. Shroud is right there, and finally they take down Fiflaren, and there's another kill coming in from Hiko. So we're back into a 2-1-2, and this is not over yet. Cloud9 can still strike back and see if they can take this. GetRight and Freiberg holding in. Freiberg in a really good position, but now he's giving it up. So now actually I'm not so sure it's that smart. He needs backup from GetRight here. Otherwise he's going to be locked in the corner. Shroud comes in, AWP in hand and takes him down, and GetRight far away from the action. Walking out. Bomb does go down. He knows where Hiko is, but not the best weapon in this situation, I feel like. Hiko not showing himself, wants to let GetRight make the first move. GetRight is inching closer here, lurking up onto the bomb site, making noise now. They must know where he is. He's walking around here, so time's running out. He doesn't have a kit picked up. He's going to run up close, and they're really trying to hide from him, and it's obviously a good plan here. Shroud goes down. GetRight pick up the AWP, but there's no time to win it anymore. He's going to look to pick up Hiko if he can. Misses the shot, and the round is won from Cloud9. Very, very nice adjustment. I actually thought they would have lost that round as soon as Fiflaren picked up the second kill.
Oh, and Hiko was actually able to pick up that AWP and save it. He did not blow up with the bomb, and it looks like NiP's going to be actually a little bit tight for money. So Cloud9's going to pick up a massive advantage here. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're able to bring this to a 12-8 scoreline by the end of NiP's ecos.
This is turning back and forth all the time, it feels like. So we'll see if Cloud9 can make sure to win these rounds. There is a bit of a trick on GetRight here, and also some CZs in action, which is no big surprise at all. Forest going for an interesting play, sort of emulating Sean Gers, except it's not an M4, it's a C-set, so there's a limit to how many people he can kill with it. They haven't spotted him out yet, and he misses the shot. That's unfortunate there. Get right.
Going for the jumping shotgun.
Definitely creative, right?
Yep. You were going to ask me a question a couple of rounds ago. I think it was going to be about what do I think about Hiko flanking?
No. My question was, Fiflaren in that round, down in the middle, he picked up the first kill, but the second kill he almost got. And the way he got it was he actually backed up into the ladder and used the boost from the ladder to get forward. I know that's such a tiny detail, but that was very, that shows you something about the game sense and the experience he has. I think many people might have noticed that, but that was very, very cool.
Yeah, and a lot of people actually on train do that with the ladders, just get up, just to step up the ladder and then jump off to kind of make it not only do you fly across the enemy screen, but like it messes up with your hitboxes. It just makes you a more difficult target to kill.
Oh, Gerard picks the bomb here, almost catching it. He's running, he's chasing, knifes out here. Semphis, is he going to stand his ground? Eventually, Gerard's going to catch up here. He's really quick, and that's the bomb down. 21 seconds. They're so far away. I don't think they can do this. If they just hide, they win the round. Once again, Cloud9 are going to lose a round because of the time. The only way they can win it here is finding Freiburg and get right. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. The countdown working against Cloud9. This is devastating for the North American team. There's only so many rounds like this you can take. Merciless is get right. 2 shotguns, chasing down with the Galil and steals the AWP.
That is gut-wrenching for Cloud9. Not only did they lose against that eco round, they should have been gift-wrapped those next 2 rounds. It should have been a 12-8. Now it's going to be probably a 10-10. But we're going to see classic Cloud9 buying up. Any chance they get, buying up.
And I mean, I'm not sure I agree with this, because there is actually 2 orbs. They know that Gerard stole 1, and NiP have actually purchased the second one, so they're going heavy on the sniper rifles. And Fiflaren, what a quick peek. A very, very bold move, pushing all the way up there, not even worrying about the rest of that whole outside area. Still gonna pick up a kill, and Forest takes 2 in return as well. Sean and Semphis, and the bomb is dropped in the middle. So this time, the risk, the gamble from Cloud9 is not paying off yet.
No, and that's actually just going to dig them into an even bigger ditch.
And there's Gerard with the P90 that he's still holding on to. He's really insisting on it. And he's going to be taking out Hiko. Shroud. Man, he's had such a good tournament, and it's not over yet, but I think a 1-on-5 is more than we can really ask of him.
At this stage, I'd probably save if I were him. Oh, there he goes. He had a deagle in hand as well as his AK and his armor. But now we're gonna have to see Cloud doing a double eco. They'll get 1,400. They'll get 1,900 for that round loss, but they've fully bought, so they have $1,900 total max. And then the next round, they'll get plus 2,400. That's gonna be, close to 4,400 bucks. And that's if they fully saved, but we do see a slight investment into the round here. So, I mean, next round we're gonna look at, 3,500 between 3,500 and 4,500 bucks per player.
Do you really want Galil's on this half here?
So we're most likely, if everything goes according to plan, I mean, Semphis is already legged here. NiP's going to pick up this round, most likely the following round if Cloud9 does a double eco.
Freiburg actually getting caught in the middle of nowhere here, mid-rotation. Not sure why he was running out of there, because NiP didn't have any information to suggest that that was a necessity here, but Freiburg stays alive and maybe a little bit more fortunate than it is anything else here. Gerard, P90 is pretty good against unarmored targets, and even against armored it works fine as well. Shroud will get the headshot on Exist, and very low on health. Grenade not connecting here, and they've got the bomb under control as well. NiP. Shroud just on his last breath here, and he's going to be going down to get Right's triple. Why was Forest rotating like this? Freiburg.
I saw, what was it? I saw Semphis got legged in middle. Maybe, I think it was Forrest had the op called that he thought they were going middle. So maybe they were going to rotate one person from connector to A, and Freiburg would fill the spot by the connector or by like drop zone. But they already had Exist in the back of the B bomb site. So they had that locked down. That's why I gasped there, because Shroud actually got a one-shot with a P250 from like around the A-team area against Exist. But we're going to see Cloud9 actually rushing into B here.
Yeah, and they have the rifles this time. Freiburg on the angle here, does spray down one, almost gets a second one, but there's 2 orbs and an auto sniper in the back here for Exist. Can he connect with the shots? He's actually missing a couple of them here, and he's got to stay alive back here. This is the critical position. If they take him, they can take the site, and he's down to 11 bullets. Does get a chance to reload, but backup needs to come in here. They can't leave him all alone. This is a strong position, but not 1-on-4 type strong. And there is an AWP coming in. the heavy artillery being wheeled into place with Flaren. Now it's a really dangerous crossfire here, but they're hesitating. NiP, they're not confident they have the full information. And Get Right still controlling the drop zone. 50 seconds. I think Cloud9 are hoping that someone from NiP is going to come look so they can get an easy kill and then they're going to explode. Forest might have been that guy. Get Right picks off Sean. Can he get the second one? Not quite. He's going to get taken down by Semphis. Exist still lurking in the back here. 40 seconds, but they can go to either A or B right now. Depends on who they kill, I think. Flaren, crossfire. Look at this. Just there's an invisible line right here, and they enter into it. Exist not going to miss it. Flaren did. There's the other one kill, and now Shroud alone. 25 seconds here. He can still do this. He's controlling the bomb. He drops down. Flaren hasn't heard it, and it's an easy kill from Shroud. And it's a one-on-one, and this one-on-one could really have a massive impact on the game.
Oh, for sure. I'm surprised Flaren was caught out of position there. I don't know why he pulled out his knife and kind of jumped somewhere. I think he could have just backed his way into the vent room, up into Sniper's Nest. He knew that Shroud was somewhere in that vicinity, but...
Flashbang comes in, Shroud spots Exist, but they both see each other, so know exactly what's going on here. There's another grenade on Shroud. Exist is not low enough to be dead for a minute, and there is a kit as well. Shroud on exactly 4 points of health. Grenade comes out. Exist has to move quick here. They're jumping up. Shroud looking for the spray. Exist fakes it once, but there's not enough time. He's gonna have to go much quicker than this. And Shroud has won the round because of the time. Really smart play. Using the architecture of the map against the NiP player. They save the AWP, and NiP can still buy, and Cloud9 can make a buy, but it's really not a very effective one.
I mean, it's gonna be as effective as the last round. AKs, they're just gonna have to brute force their way through it. They got the kills that they needed, but we're gonna see this defensive from NiP. I mean, this is really changing things up. This is something that we haven't seen before, and I don't think Cloud9, they have AKs. They need to do the same thing as last round. But if they do that, they might be running into their deaths with a dual op, one rifle setup. I mean, Forrest, he's gonna have mid control. He's gonna know that none of the Cloud9 members are there. They're gonna have a stack on the connector and the B bomb site. This is a very, very dangerous play coming in here for Cloud9.
I still feel like this spot that Get Right's holding is the weak one. P90 might be good, but I feel like if they get one flash and just jump down, that's not going to work out well for him, I think.
I think it's all going to come down to the rotation right now and the shots. I mean, Flaren needs to hit his op shot.
Forrest must be realizing now there's nobody out here, so that should be a big indication. I really wish that they would make a rotation where if Flaren doesn't peek, they're both peeking middle right now in almost the same angle, so someone should go and help out Get Right here, but they both have orbs, so close combat, not really the best scenario here. Get Right, 50 bullets, a lot of targets coming in any second now. 40 seconds here, the drop zone, and they are going to drop for a little bit. Still 39 bullets here. Flashbangs in, they're going to overwhelm him, and Shroud midair picks up the headshot here, and now they're going to execute for B. But Freiburg is there. They're still in it. Auto sniper at the back of the site, and look at the time left here, Josh. They're at 25 seconds almost here. They got to move quicker than this, much quicker. The bomb still trapped here. Freiburg picks up a second kill of the round for himself. Sean gets very low on health. This is probably going to be NiP's round for Flaren. This time not missing a shot. Semphis and Shroud left. They're moving up towards the statue, but that bomb plant can't happen yet. 10 seconds, 9 seconds. Freiburg, 4 kills in the round. Seals the deal. And that's going to be 12-11. And Cloud9's economy is on an absolute reset.
It's been shattered. And that was a huge round. That was a much needed round from NiP. Freiburg actually doing most of the work, but another thing that we have to notice is the slight adjustment NiP made that round. They didn't allow for Cloud9 to come down. Even if they made it down the hole, they wouldn't have been able to make it to the A bomb site with the bomb through the connector. They left 2 players at the back of B bomb site, and then everyone else was in the connector, kind of locking that area down. Cloud9 had no way to fall back.
Forrest missing a quick shot here. Of course, it's an eco, and this should be easy pickings, and he doesn't even have to challenge all this much. He can just fall back, wait for backup, because giving up any rifles right now is not a good idea. Nothing takes down Flaren, and now the P90 is in effect. But I really want NiP to play this defensively, not to give up the bomb site for the bomb plant, but no reason to give up any easy kills at all. Oh, wow, that was not an easy kill. That was just an insane shot from Hiko. The bomb is dropped, though, but shows you just how scary these Cloud9 players are. Nothing had stolen an AWP, so it doesn't connect. But again, a show of skill from Cloud9.
Yeah, and this is looking actually very dangerous for Cloud9. Their economy is quite low, and I mean, NiP is just a few rounds away from actually claiming this. And as we've said it numerous times, once Cloud9 has enough for the little armor, aka armor,
they go for it.
They go for it.
I mean,
and I wouldn't be surprised if they try pushing out B again, but I mean, Forrest is going to get an entry kill here somewhere, and Fiflaren, actually Fiflaren's going to go down to the hands of Shroud. He was actually pushed up through the upper A hallway.
Yeah,
but,
get right in the middle. They try and drop down as he said in hand, triple kill, and get right. Judge, jury, and executioner takes down every single one, and now Sean coming up here will drop Forrest, so it's still back to a 2-on-3. Nothing is done until it's done, it seems, when you're playing a game with NiP and Cloud9, but Shroud goes down, and Sean doesn't have the bomb. The Swedish ninjas are controlling in the middle, and I think he's going to try and save this, which...
He might go T-spawn and save. That might be the play. He has AWP, he has armor. There's no way he's going to, like... If he runs out and dies and loses this, I mean... He's got more economy right now. He's got more money right now in his inventory.
And NiP actually don't have that bad of an economy. They have 2 people, Josh, on more than 6,000.
Yep.
So they can lose a couple of, well, 1 round here at least, and still be able to buy.
Yep. And they're going to be one round away from match point. So this is going to be a very, very comfortable situation for NiP to be in. Get right, getting a huge round there. I mean, getting the 2 kills at the drop, moving around to the flowers, and getting the 3rd kill with his CZ. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't just stand up and say, "I am Flaw." You were talking about Judge Dredd earlier, right?
Exactly. A movie that far too few people have seen, but maybe also...
The classic with Stallone, or the newer one with, what was his name?
No, the classic one. I am that old.
I don't remember the classic one.
Too good of a movie. Sean is going to be able to survive here with the AWP, and that is kind of good news, but not really, because the rest of his team died. They lost the round, and they really don't have any money. If NiP realize this, I imagine they'll be playing as defensively as they can. Cloud9 got forced up. They don't want to play for overtime, and can you blame them?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Fiflaren going for an aggressive kill here with the AWP. Just try to get that opening kill, try to make it a little bit in their favor so that they can stack over towards the B-bomb site. But I mean, Exist still has that auto sniper. He's going to be at the back of the B-bomb site. It's going to be impossible to kill him.
Freiberg waiting inside here, turns around for a flashbang. That doesn't happen, but he's still going to pick up the kill here. Goes for a second one. There's Semphis, and nothing opening up. Pistols in hand is enough, but they have yet to deal with the guy in the back. Fiflaren, point blank range, uses the sniper as a shotgun and takes down Semphis. So now Exist here. Can they find a way to deal with him? They're very close to him, actually, so if they wrap around this corner, they might be able to surprise him. Exist goes down. Nice opening from Sean. 2-on-3 here, and NiP might have to reconsider retaking this, except for Forrest picking up that kill. Still no bomb plant happening, and now I think he's going to be calling for backup. Forrest, that is a very important pick-off. And look at this. He's actually trying to fly under the radar here. He's hoping that they won't be able to see him, and then, look how close he is. He actually reveals that, and he's going to go down Shroud. They line up, and he gets the kill. And Cloud9, 1 AWP, 4 pistols. They get the job done.
I was actually going to say there, I'm surprised Exist didn't go to Godspot. I mean, from that angle, all that's shown is your head, and you can see the opponent's feet coming towards you. You get 2 shots on their feet or their shins with your auto sniper, they're dead. They can't do anything about it. So I'm surprised that he kind of exposed himself to that angle where, you know, he can die.
Yeah, it feels like that exact angle he was holding is more effective if you have someone doing a crossfire with you.
Yeah.
But there wasn't.
There was no crossfire, so he should have been in that more passive angle where, you know, he can shoot kneecaps.
And NiP is spending a lot this round. Exist still has about 4,000, but no rifles, no scope rifles anyway here for NiP. So they are going to be holding very different angles, actually, as a result of we can see. Exist now all the way in the back, and sorry, Freiberg all the way in the back, and Exist in that spot that nothing was holding earlier. So, yeah, change of rifles, change of setup. Makes sense. Forrest down in the middle. And he's hoping for them to come in and look the wrong way. And if they do, he's ready for it, but they look the right way. For Mars, not the ideal weapon here, and he's gonna go down. Sean catches the timing right on that peak, and it's gonna be now a 4-on-5. Cloud9, all throughout, they've earned the title as the comeback kings. If they really make this work, I think they might just be that indeed. Get right, flashing out into the drop zone. It's going to be an A push coming out here, and this defense is not exactly looking stellar right now. Fiflaren in the back has to pick up a quick kill on nothing. He's jumping around, and nothing still catches the kill. classic nothing play, really jumping in like that. Seemed like that should have been Fiflaren's kill. And now it is a 3-on-5. Grenade to follow. I really want NiP to save these guns right here. I don't want them retaking this and throwing them away.
It looks like they might be doing exactly that. So we're going to see a 13-14 scoreline here. NiP should have the economy to actually drop these 2 weapons to Forest and Fiflaren there. So, I mean, still CT-sided, Matt. Still in NiP's hands potentially. But I mean, Cloud9, great reaction to you. I mean, not only did they win that, was it a force buy going B? They had that one up. The rest of them had pistol armor. Cloud9 just showed that they can do an A hit as well.
That's going to put NiP a little bit off guard because now they have to worry about almost everything here. They have the rifles and Exist can drop for 1 and they can actually buy an AWP. Wouldn't be surprised, and even also Sniper if they wanted to. Wouldn't be surprised if they went for something like that.
They did get the op. They put it on for Fiflaren.
Yeah, they were switching it around for a while, but it does end up on Fiflaren.
I would have liked to see it on Forest instead, to be honest.
Part of the problem here, I feel like, is that Cloud9, because they won that round flawlessly, means that even if NiP do win this one, Cloud9 have one more chance to bring it home. They can still fight for overtime, and that wouldn't have been the case a couple of rounds ago, so we'll have to see here if it's going to work.
But the thing with overtime is they start with $10,000. NiP is going to have their auto sniper and op investment, but they also start CT side of this map. And if they're able to shut it down 3-0 there, it's going to be really strong for them. But I mean, we still need to take it round by round. It's 13-14.
Yeah.
Cloud9 still has the potential. I mean, it's 5-on-5 at the moment. If they're able to win this round, I mean, NiP is going to be so low on money.
Yeah,
They're going to have to stay for the tie.
I can definitely see that Cloud9 might actually be able to win this. But Fiflaren, hugely important pick-off. Semphis goes down, and he's going to fall back to safety here. And that's exactly what I think NiP should do right now. Play it safe, play it slow. Allow Cloud9 to make the words. Too many hours of casting. Right, Fiflaren almost gets a pick off there on Sean as he jumps, but now they're coming for the A-bomb side. It worked last time. Is it going to work again? Fiflaren can't find the hit on anybody just yet. A lot of smoking going on. Forest might be in an absolutely genius position. He's going to pick up 1 and Freiburg with the kill as well. Nothing did take down Fiflaren, but is it enough here? 2-on-4. This could be the end. Shroud, auto sniper in hand, gets the 1. Forest goes down. There's 18 seconds. They're going to pick up the bomb and run for it, but get right. From above, snipes out and snuffs out Shroud, and he's going to be in a 1-on-2 here. He goes down, and it's Get Right, the savior. An absolute resurrection for NiP as they are on match and map point here in the quarterfinals here in Cologne. 15-13, and we are at the 29th round. Cloud9 can buy again. Glass cannon on nothing, in fact.
My jaw doesn't drop often, but it's dropped a few times this game. We saw nothing there. Jump through 2 smokes into the vent room, get into Sniper's Nest, and flank Fiflaren on the A-bomb site. Then they were able to come in. Hiko got a nice frag. I believe it was Shroud got a nice frag with the auto sniper as well. They brought into 2-on-2. Get Right above the smoke from the Sniper's Nest was able to kill the bomb planner. Since he had to silence M4 and he was above the smoke, Shroud didn't know where he died from. He couldn't give the call to Hiko, and then Hiko was getting shot. He didn't know where to look. That's why he was looking left, right. Where is he? Huge round from NiP there. Huge round. Fiflaren getting the entry kill was also a massive, massive play for them.
So what you're saying is we need to replay that round in absolute slow motion.
Yeah.
Just to catch everything that happened.
Yep.
And it happened in less than 2 seconds.
Start with Fiflaren, move over to nothing, move over to Freiburg and Forest, move over to,
Get Right here. He's been pretty good at holding it, but when it fails, it seems to cost them quite dearly. Cloud9, they're looking for the overtime. They don't want to exit the tournament just yet. And NiP, they're looking for redemption right now. Molotov goes down. Nobody's going to be in the drop zone. And Exist all the way in the back here. It's him and it's Freiburg holding. This is a really good position. No flashes yet. He's going to pick up the 1 kill. Goes for a second spray. Exist, the Swedish captain. Pistol is out here. No backup is nearby, but he's buying a lot of time for the rotation. And Sean does finally get him. Freiburg, maybe overextending, is going to go down after the 1 pickup here. And now it's another kill coming in from Semphis. It might be the overtime. Forest is in a 1-on-3 here. The bomb is going to go down with 14 seconds left. And it's 14-15. NiP, they have almost no money here. This is almost too good to be true, Steel.
I have no words. I don't know what to say. Get Right was holding that drop zone perfectly. He threw a Molotov down, got only the one kill. He needed more. He had the positioning. No one was looking at him. He got the opening kill. He had the chance for another 2 easy kills there, but he missed his crucial shots. Freiburg, instead of holding in the God spot, he pushed out, trying to catch a person off guard. He got 1 kill, but he was traded thereafter. These overextensions, these missed shots, these missed opportunities, these are costing so much for NiP. And Cloud9's crawling their way back, and they're on the brink of bringing this to overtime.
Yeah, they're up against very, very little equipment at the moment, and as a result, they're going to the A-bomb side. I actually think this is a really calculated risk, because the B-bomb side, you get up close and personal a lot more. A-bomb side, you have a chance to use the rifles against the pistols or shotguns or whatever it is. You can probably guess you're going to be up against something like that. I think NiP got a little bit too aggressive there, and especially because Exist stayed alive for such a long time, they should have had time to get into slightly better positions than they did. Semphis inching his way forward. They want to find them. And NiP are doing a good job of staying hidden, but eventually they're going to have to show themselves. And right now, this A defense is just not strong enough. They need a swift rotation, and I'm not sure they're realizing. 40 seconds left. Forest needs backup at some point here. Grenades rain in. Are they going to go and check here? As Forest picks up a kill. Can he get another one? Has the max 7. They need to kill him quick here. Backup's coming. Forest still doing a great job hiding. 2 more shells in this max 7. Grenades to follow. Forest still alive. And they're kidding me. Get right. It's now Semphis alone, 1-on-4. NiP. Absolute resurrection. From the ashes they rise, and Semphis gets the kill. Freiburg ends it 16-14. And NiP made the quarterfinals for a 3rd time in a major series in Global Offensive.
That was insane. That was absolutely just phenomenal play from Get Right there. I mean, that was going to overtime right there.
There are almost no words that can describe the kind of comeback that we just saw from almost both teams. It looked like Cloud9 were going to do it, and then NiP, they stop it with what? 1 max 7, 1 from us, and a couple of pistols.
That was Forrest staying alive, and then Get Right just with the flank. That was huge. That was amazing.
This is what Counter-Strike is all about, ladies and gentlemen, and to elaborate on it, we do have Richard Lewis Surscoots and also Fetish. I can't talk anymore. Take it away, guys. I'm stunned.
Thank you, Anderson Steele. Wow. I mean, again, it came down to the wire. A lot of mistakes on both sides, though, technically. Really not super clean Counter-Strike.
Nah. It wasn't super clean, but I don't care. That's one of the best series of Counter-Strike I've ever seen in any version of the game.
I wouldn't say series, but I would say cobblestone. Like, all the mistakes were probably because of the map awareness, and that is why we don't want to see this map right now. But there were so many great actions and so many great clutches.
Yeah, and again, I think Get Right made some adjustments to how he played that drop area from the first map, because again, Vendetta, shout out to Vendetta, who's been our observer this whole weekend. He's been amazing as an observer. But his conversation with Get Right, as I alluded to earlier, one of the reasons they kind of lost that map is Get Right, they practiced for one guy kind of in that drop zone. And you saw Get Right had some P90s a couple times because he was ready for the multiples, having more guns and more ammo in his gun. And then he played a little back, he was trying to smoke it, burn it, all those things. And again, I think that was part of it, keeping an eye on that in a different way. He adapted.
I would definitely say that was correct, but I would definitely say that Cloud9 has to feel as if they just threw this game.
Agreed.
They lost to probably the play of the tournament by Freiburg. Like, that's also part of the map